It's showtime. It's showtime. Just like it says on the StreamYard when you do the lives. Hope everyone been doing good. Yeah, I had to really lay back for this one. I'm like, yo, this is going to be an interesting live stream here. Yes, indeed. But yeah, hope everybody been doing good. What's good? What's good, Brown Do Life? What's good, fam? What's good? What's up, Ice Turner? What's up, fam? Yeah, we gonna go in. Get my little headset together. Trying not to mess up the waves. I've been doing a little bit of woofing. So that's why you see me with one of my old pictures up right now on this particular live stream. Because that's basically what I look like right now, given the date of this live stream. Usually in the wintertime, I got this look. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the waves together and growing out a little bit of facial hair. I don't quite have the beard yet, but I got the goatee on point. Looking like Meek Mill up in that. Looking like Meek Mill up in that bad boy. Look at me. Hey, yo. What up? All right. Let me readjust this microphone here. Make sure it's all good. Boom. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Yep. Just double checking. I think the microphone sounds okay. Hopefully I sound good to y'all. Hopefully I do. Yeah, but we're going to get in. We're going to get in and have a good time tonight, y'all. Yes, we are. Yes, indeed. Hopefully y'all been having a good one. Yeah, I had to get ready for this particular live stream here. Yes, indeed. Let me see this here. All right, y'all. So if you haven't yet, even those listening to this on the replay, make sure you got your popcorn, your nachos, your hot dogs, and your soda. Because tonight is definitely going to be a doozy. It's going to be like a movie, blockbuster movie. So, yeah. Well, I did make some changes to this particular live stream. Yes, I did. Instead of a continuation, I decided to make this live stream a sequel. So yes, that means there shall be a trilogy to this particular type of live stream. So stay tuned. Yes, indeed, there shall be a trilogy. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get across tonight. I'm going to do that within an hour's time. I know sometimes I can go for 2 hours, but we'll do an hour tonight. You know what I'm saying? We'll do about an hour. So, about the same amount of time you'll watch a movie. So yeah, man, I got my little apple cider, apple cider liquor. Got to stay warm out here, whether through a warm apple cider or through some apple cider liquor. You know what I'm saying? So, and I say stay warm, so keep that in mind. I'm going somewhere with this, staying warm. Hey, cool gent, what's good, fam? But yeah, in light of tonight's topic, game versus love, staying warm. It's a cold world out there, real cold now. Of course, we got, Ice Turner in the building, you know what I'm saying? But see, it's different with Ice Turner when you say cold. It's, when you see someone that's cold like ice, you got to be an icebreaker. Ice Turner, he's definitely a good icebreaker. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's good, Charlotte Swan? Good to see you back up in the building once again, sweetie. But yeah, we're going to definitely treat this live stream like an icebreaker as well. We're going to keep it warm. We're going to break that ice because it's a cold world out there. As I'm walking and I'm coming from the store, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my thing. Came from the store and you feel that cold air on your face. I realized something. Well, one, with these face masks, they really serve one good purpose. And really, besides them trying to say it'll help you stop the spread of COVID-19. I think the face mask, it actually helps you with keeping that cold air off your face and your teeth and your mouth, you know, because that cold air, when it gets on your face, is something else. Now, let's get off into what we got to talk about tonight, shall we? The coldness of out here. The coldness. Yes, I'm definitely going somewhere with this one. Now, you know, I just want to bring up one thing because I'm about to actually do a presentation for y'all. Yes, I am. But I want y'all to think about something. It's so cold out there. People just stop loving. To me, I don't think you could just stop loving somebody. You either love or you don't. Love is an eternal thing. It's very eternal, you know. You can't just stop loving somebody. You either love them or you don't. When you say love, that's definitely a big deal. So when you feel this coldness from somebody, like they didn't love you, even though they say they did, and they say they've given you all their love and they don't have no love, no, that's because they never had love for you. So hopefully that'll help somebody feel a little bit warmer out there in this cold world, and given something like that you went through in the past that felt so cold, excuse me. But yeah, given something like that in the past you dealt with that was so cold, hopefully what I just said makes you feel just a little bit warmer. That person never loved you. When someone loves you, they don't give up on you, because I believe when someone loves you, you know, love doesn't give up on the other person. Now, I actually got a live stream that's going to specifically talk about love on Valentine's Day of next year. So stay tuned. I think you're going to like that one. I was inspired to do the live stream about love from somebody that I believe they're subscribed to my channel, but they commented in the comment section of one of my videos about love. And so they were like, do a video about love. So I decided to take it a step further. I decided to do a live stream about love for next year. Okay, so let's get off to this presentation, because it's still about keeping things warm. And you know, the kitchen is definitely warm when you're cooking up in there. Yes, it is. It's definitely warm when you're cooking up in the kitchen. So let's get started, shall we? Let's get started in the kitchen. Let's get started in the kitchen. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Brown Do Life. That real love. Anything less than that was never love. Yes, indeed. All right. So I'm gonna take y'all into the kitchen with me. We finna really cook it up in the kitchen. All right. Here we go. All right, booyah. So, as y'all see, starting out, Game versus Love, the other Ray J, aka Chef Ray RD, because Chef Ray RD is definitely up in the building. So we're gonna start off there. Hopefully I don't bore y'all too much. So, you know, we're gonna continue to go. Second strategy, kind of similar to the thumbnail, but I want y'all to see this, because that's what we're living in, this game, this society, this chessboard. But guess who's running the chessboard? It's her. It's not him, you know? So that's why I shout out to the real women that are up in the building, because real women ain't about playing these games. Real women ain't about playing chess. Real women are just about love. So yes, real women are not about games. They're about love. These typical females are about these games. You know what I'm saying? They're out here learning the chess moves. See, these strategies are for men that are trying to get through life, knowing that this whole thing is set up like a chessboard, and he's just going to navigate and guide the people that are around him, especially the feminine gender. The feminine gender that is a real woman versus a typical female. In many ways, she has to come off as someone that is, I'm trying to think of certain words, but just innocent in her mindset. You know what I'm saying? She has to come off as just someone that's not trying to know about these games and not trying to play these games. She's not trying to take that masculine approach. She's not even trying to maneuver. She'd rather maneuver with that man. Because ain't that what Trinity did when she ran into Neo? Ain't that what Trinity did when she ran into Morpheus? She learned about all of the Matrix through Morpheus and learned how to get through the Matrix with Neo. So she was by the man's side. She wasn't trying to strong arm. She wasn't trying to learn the game for herself, as you see with this particular feminine gender sitting here at the table. And ain't that what we see right now on YouTube? Ain't that what we see right now on Instagram and things like that? And there's something else I want to bring up to y'all. It gets me because you got a lot of these females that aren't women. They do get up on these panels and they talk about what they want, what they expect from men, and a guy should be like this and like that. He should already be a ready and complete man. Instead of her supporting that man, she's like, if you're not a complete man, you don't have it all together, I'm going to go be with another guy. That's her playing a chess move, right? Because she sees what you are before her, and she's like, I'm going to move to the next one if you're not looking a certain way before me. She literally is doing a chess move right in front of you, fellas. See, whereas a real woman don't play that kind of game. She sees the man before her, and she just sees the way that he's standing, and she stands right beside him as he moves and maneuvers through the chessboard, the matrix, the game, you know? Yeah, that's facts, Ice. That's facts. Games is just another way of saying people's BS. And I would actually highlight a lot of y'all comments, but I'm now on a different tab on my device, so I can't quite do that. So, but we're going to continue on. We're going to continue on here. Just want y'all to see that because I could definitely break down this picture in many different ways, as I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can do as well. But one thing I'm going to also say, especially when it comes to the melanated man, these same females that are women got enough nerve to say how a dude need to have himself together in order for him to get with her. Yet she's loving to see these melanated guys just brilliant with their bodies, like him being built a certain way, him being able to be athletic, him being an artist, him being a genius. But yet she doesn't want to support that athlete. She doesn't want to support that artist. She doesn't want to support that genius. You know what I'm saying? And I'm specifically talking about the melanated man specifically, because a lot of these chicks, these females that aren't women, they always say support. Ooh, I support my king. No, you don't. You say he got to have his shit together. That's what you say. You know, that's what you say. No, real women actually do support, and they don't look at it as him having his shit together. They just see his vibration. They see his magnetism, his magnetism, and they just walk with him, walk beside him, because she's magnetized to him. She's magnetized to him. You know, ain't it funny how also these same females that aren't women talk about all this level up talk? However, they were so magnetized to the dude that didn't have nothing and treated her like dirt. Yet you can't support a man who doesn't have anything, but yet he's just coming up through life based on his magneto, his drive, his vision. You don't want to support the man that's going in the right direction, but that's based on you running into all these males that were in the wrong direction, or they weren't even going in a direction. You can't be putting off the past things you've been through towards the next man that's trying to get somewhere in life, or he needs a little help. You're supposed to be his helpmeet, ladies. But I know that the real women that are up in the building, even those listening to this on the replay, already understand where I'm coming from. It's just these typical females I'm talking about. The one that is sitting here. This is not a real woman. This is a typical female. This is what you see here at the chessboard. Let me read some of y'all comments. I see it's coming through. I want to get to every one of y'all. Hey, what's good, Top? By the way, I see you up in the building, fam. I see you, Top. I see you also, Agnes. You said they want perfection, but exactly. You know, it's to be a part of him. They're supposed to be a part of him. Oh, her, yeah, he could do her. She ain't, but at the same time, having her, you're trying to make me work. You're helping me be. That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. You said ice, spotting dry land through gang. Part of taking off that mask. Part of one's form. Part of her, at least knowing, accepting your layers. See, it's not that men can't be honest and don't want to be honest. Most of the time, it's that most men can't reveal their layers because they want to make sure that they're around a real woman, not a typical female, you know? And the females that say real women don't try. And don't do that. Real women just explanation while she's still running her breaking knife. Oh man, you said I'm breaking up. Give me a 1. Oh wow, audio issues. Thanks for letting me know, y'all. I appreciate that. Hold up. Oh, give me a second. Oh man, give me a second, y'all. How do I sound now? Give me a 1 if I sound better. I see Brown Do Life gave me a 1. Just verify that with another 1. Okay, I see another 1. Okay, another one. Just like what DJ Khaled said. Just keep putting 1s in the chat. That way I could get more verification. Maybe one more 1. Let me see. Let me continue to keep going. Okay, Charlotte Swan. Okay, that's the verification. I appreciate that. Okay, Top, you said a lot of dudes ain't real and sell chicks dreams, promising them things they can't deliver, or promise them things they can't deliver on, or they don't have really any intention to do. Yeah, I mean, but see, you know what's so crazy about that, Top? What's so crazy about that is that a lot of these females that aren't women actually don't mind dudes selling them the dreams because they all want to live in that fantasy. They all want to live in that vanity. They don't want to live in reality. So they would rather accept the dreams than the reality. They can't accept the man keeping it real. They want to accept a male that is basically keeping a dream or keeping it very dreamy, very dreamy like, right? You said also, Top, a lot of chicks pick underdeveloped males because they like how the guy made them feel without investigating him to see if he was really about what he talked about. Yeah, exactly. It's all about that feeling because they're deep into their emotions. They're not even using the logical side of the feminine gender, the animus, which they're supposed to. And see, the real woman has tapped into her inner masculine. She's tapped into her animus, and she's attracted to a man that's tapped into his inner feminine, the anima. All right, we'll continue to keep going here. The recipe. Like I tell y'all, like I've said many times, I give out the recipes, not game. And there's ingredients to the recipe. Now, without really letting y'all see a demonstration of that, y'all can look this up. Don't take my word for it, but look it up. Recipes are basically the instructions as to how to cook something. We're keeping it warm. We're trying to keep it warm. The kitchen is warm. Remember that. The recipe is instructions as to how to cook something. And of course, the recipe is like you'll have instructions on the particular ingredients. Now, the ingredients are basically the items, if you will, that consist of the meal. Basically, all the different parts and pieces of the meal, that's what the ingredients is. So hopefully that makes sense to y'all, the difference between the ingredients and the recipe. But that's what I give out. I give out the recipe. Ha 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 ha. See what I said? See what I said? I give out the recipes, not game. I didn't say I give y'all out the ingredients. Y'all gonna have to figure that out yourselves because everybody different. Everybody taste buds different. See, you ain't gonna have nobody tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's flavor is a little different. I can give you kind of a foundation via the recipe, but your own flavor, your own take on it, that's going to be your thing. Your ingredient is unique to you. You know what I'm saying? But I can give you the recipe and you can kind of figure out which ingredient is going to work for you for that recipe that I'm giving out to you right now. So in essence, what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? You said ice, females, and superficiality go hand in hand. Exactly. You said also, top, this society has a trick prostitute dynamic or blue pill. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Unfortunately. Let's continue on with this slide. Now we're going to talk about the cookware because you need the cookware. Yeah, I just told y'all about the recipe. This is a little extra now. I'm giving y'all the cookware in order to put the recipe together. You know what I'm saying? So what is this? What is this cookware? Oh, Top said this. You said, give them the recipe and let them adjust it to their own taste. Bingo, bingo. That's why I can't give you out the ingredients. You know, I can give you maybe some ingredients, but like they say, if I have to tell you, I'm gonna have to kill you. Psych. I don't mean that literally, but you know what I'm saying. I could give you the recipe and then you could kind of go from there. You know, you getting an idea of what I'm talking about. So I guess with that said, I mean, because you look at certain meals and you sort of see the display of it. So that's kind of what I'm doing for y'all without really giving y'all a tutorial, on what to add. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be the recipe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you exactly what to add to this. I could just more or less tell you how it can work for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I'm doing tonight with what I'm gonna give y'all, the recipe versus game in regards to talking about game versus love. But yeah, the cookware, you know, just pay attention to your surroundings. Always keep a memo pad. So there you go, part of your cookware. Keep that memo pad. Enter your daily memo writings onto a diary, journal, or log. Record yourself if you have to. Yeah, if you got to record yourself, do that. Save it to your phone. If you don't write, save it to a tablet. Now, you know, some people, you don't want them looking in your phone, so don't save stuff to your phone if you don't want to. Purchase books or ebooks about game. Yeah, learn about game. Why not? Learn about game. But you don't be about the game. You don't be about playing the game. You're just learning about the game. You're outside the game, or you know how to maneuver through the game. But yeah, but notice I said purchase ebooks or books about game. Notice I didn't mention a book or ebook about love. Just continue to listen to content from yours truly. Or, you know, like content creators, if you will, content creators that are similar, like Ice Turner. He talks different. You know, he tells you the direct aspect of what love can be about. This is something, love, you have to listen to it. You can't necessarily read about it because everybody got their own opinion about love. There's really no instruction to love. You know what I'm saying? There's really, and I guess what I mean by this is there's no written instruction. You have to listen to it. You have to listen to it. That's really where I'm coming from with that. with love. Now with game, you can get a book on it all day long. The game is to be sold, not to be told. But love, you gotta listen to it. So that's what I'm doing. Y'all listening to yours truly. I'm finna break down love. I'm about to cook. We about to cook. It's getting warm in the kitchen, y'all. It's getting warm in the kitchen. I'm about to cook. We gonna cook. Y'all cooking with me though in the chat. I appreciate that. Even those listening to this on the replay and you comment in the comment section below, man. So there we go. We're gonna get bloody in the kitchen. Yeah, so we gonna get a little bloody in the kitchen. It's all good though. It's gonna get a little messy. You got to chop it up out here though, especially when you got to break it down the way that I do. You know what I mean? So there you go. You see me. This was actually like when I actually first started to barbecue. I mean, well, technically I'm not barbecuing, I'm grilling. You know what I'm saying? We just warming up. Hey, stay tuned. We just warming up. So yeah, you saw me just kind of standing awkward. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Hey, it is what it is. Ice, you said the salt of love changes the flavor of their perspective and enhances their palates. The more godly you are, the more potent your command is. Yeah, exactly. And another thing, when you bring up salt, Ice, it's like what I used to hear the old grandma say. You can always cook your meal and don't start with a lot of salt. You can always add salt, but you cannot take away salt. Once you add too much salt, it's a wrap. So, hey, keep that in mind with what we're talking about tonight. Oh, you said Fire Marshal Ray Top. You wild. Yeah. But going back, reminding y'all about where this game really is from. It's her game, the female's game, not the real woman. The real woman don't need game, just like the real man don't need game. You know what I'm saying? A real man is like a Mac. You know what I'm saying? A real man is a Mac. And the real woman just gets magnetized to the Mac. She gets magnetized. You know what I'm saying? So there's no game involved. There is just magnetism. But these males and these females, these flea males, if you will, they need all that game just to get around, just to get by with each other. Now, here's a good quote. I saw this because we're talking about this on the grand scheme of things. We ain't just talking about game in regards to relationship. There's game in this artificial society, but it's still ruled by something that's less feminine. So even this society is ran in a way of something that's not purely represented from a true masculine and a true feminine. You see a falsity. This is society for you, as well as relationships, if you will. But yeah, you'll never find justice in a world where criminals make all the rules. And ain't that what we see right now? The reason why there's no justice in some of y'all's lives, as well as mine, is because a criminal was behind some of the outcomes. It is what it is. But that's what I feel. That's what I think. That's what I know personally. And I say this because, for example, I had a previous job where I felt like I didn't get my just due. But little did I know, the supervisor was actually my previous supervisor. He was a registered sex offender. Just saying. Ice Turner, you said, true story. Give it to them in increments and build them up from there. Yep. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We talk about too much sauce, like Future said, too much sauce. Sometimes you can't give them too much salt. You dig? You said, Brown Do Life. Very accurate quote you're showing. We are ran by criminal elites. Yeah, pretty much in a nutshell. In a nutshell. Hey, I'm telling y'all, I'll be dropping jewels and gems all over the place. Right now, I'm just trying not to drop the salt. I'm trying not to drop the sauce. Now, this is another meme for y'all. I told y'all this is, well, actually, I kind of told y'all, like, I think maybe in previous live streams, my next game versus love live stream was going to be different. So I've had to push it back. So if you haven't even seen the previous live stream of Game versus Love, check that out in the comments. Check that out in my playlist, live streams from yours truly. Now, check this out. Another female, as Ice calls them. She said, men leave women for getting old, getting fat, getting sick. So if a man loses his ability to provide for his family, he should lose his family. The game is the game. Save your male tears. Woo! See, she knows that difference between male and female too, even though she's kind of wording it in such a way, this juxtaposition, but it's the same thing, you know? Now, somebody responded to this, and I never really edited this picture. I never did an edit on this picture. I did get it off of Instagram. That's why y'all see the original person that posted it. You know, not trying to expose them, but I have to let y'all know I didn't make this up. Y'all see it. It is what it is, and it was public. So they said millions of women left guys who were no longer rich as when they met. Millions of women have even abandoned their kids and children in marriages in many cases, if you will. Now, of course, you know, they not knowing my female woman logic. No, millions of women don't leave guys. Millions of females leave guys because millions of women are actually trying to keep the men that they're with. However, I don't believe there are millions of women on this planet. Well, there is, what, 7 point something billion people. So there's going to be millions of women, but I don't think so. I think there's not a lot of real women in this society. That's just my personal opinion. I believe that there are more females, and a real woman in this society is rare. You said Ice. Females and Game Boys overcomplicate simple matters. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I agree. Now, I wanted y'all to see this because I got this off of somebody else's profile, if you will, but I thought this was kind of dope, you know, so I had to use it for this live stream. Part of that game. Ice, you said Game Boy. Speaking of, see how everything just flows a certain way? It's just beautiful, ain't it? Ain't it so beautiful? Now, you see Super Mario, part of that game. He leaping from one to the other. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's also the other thing, Cool Gent. Not a lot of good women, that is. But see, that's the thing, though, Cool Gent. A woman is good. You see, a woman is good. You know? That's what I want real women to understand, even about themselves. The fact that you are a woman and you're not trying to be like a typical female, that's good. Because a real woman is rare and hard to find and even become. You know, a lot of the feminine gender don't develop into womanhood. Because like I like to say, I know, man, you could roll that on your tongue 1,000 times. Like I like to say, you know, you got 3 phases of the feminine gender. You have the girl, you have the female, and you have the woman. A lot of females don't develop into women, but you have a lot of girls that are more mature than females. Real talk. Yeah, that's true. Cool Gent. Most aren't being led by the right man. See, only females don't be led by the right men, let alone do they want to be led by men. And we just getting started. We just on the peripherals with this. That's why I said there shall be a trilogy to this live stream. We just getting started in the kitchen. We just getting started with the cooking. You said top. You got to make her good for you. Yeah, that's true too. There's a way you do that, and that goes through the molding and things like that. At the same time, though, her material has to be good. It's one thing to make her good, but she has to be of good material in order for that to be good. See, a lot of times we don't think about the quality of materials. You can have 2 types of chairs. You can have one made of plywood, or you can have one made of mahogany. Which one you gonna get? I'm just saying. I don't know about you, Top, but I'm going for that mahogany chair. I'm just saying. So yeah, you can make her good, but she got to be of good material already. See? And there's not too many of them made of good material. So I'd say this. the type of feminine gender you want is the female that is she's developing into her womanhood. You know, she's but she knows it takes a man to bring it to the point of where she's a woman. She's not a woman without a man, because a woman is a woman of a man. So you want that female that wants to basically be the woman in your life. You see how I just said that? See, that's what you want. So that's how I had made this idea of a prototype woman, you know, and how she becomes your Twilight. But we're not really talking about all that. I just kind of want y'all to put all that together, because for those that have been checking out my content prior to that, y'all know how I've been putting all this together. Now, let's talk more about this picture, because I'm pretty sure some of y'all you've probably been brainstorming, as I was when I first saw this picture. Now, just think about it though, because this person's name was Blessing. That literally was their avatar. It was off some dating site that I saw, and I was like, yo, yeah, I need this picture. But yeah, their name was Blessing. Now, notice where the arrow's pointed. Blessing at the bottom. But we call this Blessing at the bottom though. Now that was not on purpose that their name is right there. That's just how it ended up. But I thought that was interesting, because the arrow pointed to Blessing at the bottom, but it's from this idea of a friend zone. But she's saying, if you want to get out this friend zone, I think it's a blessing that you're in this friend zone with me. I think so. But you want to have a relationship with me? Sir, you're going to have to leap like Mario all the way to here. And we all know, if you don't leap good enough with Mario, you're going to get here and then and ain't that how it be? Ain't that how it be with most guys out here? You know, we've all been there, done that in our ways, in some of our ways. I ain't gonna tell y'all, you know, something I haven't been through. I definitely have had some things come about before, you know what I'm saying? I had many triumphs. I've had a lot of trials. So I was just like Mario, trying to leap here to this idea of a relationship where she had me, you know, she had me in a situation. Boom, try to get here, then couldn't make it. Didn't quite get to the wall, you know? Didn't quite get to the wall. See, men, we see the wall differently. We don't hit the wall. We just try to climb over the wall. We try not to, well, actually, no, we try not to get sucked back to the wall. But they kind of these females that aren't women, they put the walls up. You see where I'm going with that? They put the wall up, and you're trying to climb over that wall. You don't want to be stuck back here. You're trying to get with her, right? But she got that wall up, but she gonna have you do all this. As a man, nah. See, real men, not typical males, we're not going through all this. We're not going through all this. We're not finna leap. We're gonna do two things. One, we're just gonna avoid all these walls and walk around you. Or, you know, hey, we fly. We fly in the sky with this cloud. We don't worry about your friend zone. It ain't a blessing to be around you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to get caught up in how you want us to have a relationship with you. I'm going to just fly around and away from you. Or I'm going to walk around you and just avoid your walls. Either way, I ain't finna try to leap and then fall along the way of leaping. Not going to do that. Part of the game. We just getting started, y'all. How much time we got? Let me change screens right quick. Hold up. I don't even know. Let me see what we're looking at. Boom. 30. Man, we just barely getting in. I told y'all this, man, this live stream definitely was going to be a sequel instead of just a continuation. Now, here's another thing. This is from another place off IG. Now, this is based on everything that's been taking place because of COVID-19. This next little clip I'll see. She said, I want a lame ass boyfriend who just want to work and be under his lady. Did y'all catch that? Nah, I ain't talking about this part, the lame ass boyfriend part. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this part. Be under his lady. That's part of the game. She wants a lame ass boyfriend. They all want lame ass boyfriends. The typical females that aren't women want lame ass boyfriends. You know, that's actually the way they want. Now they call a dude an educated lame only as sarcasm. That's all that is, because he didn't want you. He didn't want you. So that's why he called him educated lame. But deep down inside, she actually does want a lame ass boyfriend. Now, that definitely sounds like it's just like, I don't know, it's just like a conundrum, but that's what it is. But yeah, beyond his lady, I ain't gonna even going to explain that. That's a drop. So if somebody need an idea for a live stream or some video content, there you go. But obviously, I'll know the real from the fake. That I will know. So there you go. But yeah, this is another part of the game here besides relationships. Young, adult, and old. Look at this screen, y'all. When you're young, you got a lot of time, not a lot of money, but you got a lot of energy. Your pockets, barely anything in it. You get to be an adult, you barely have enough time because you always got to work. You got a lot of money and you got a lot of energy, even though I second guess the energy part because I work my tail off, make decent money, but I be wanting to go home to sleep most of the time. I ain't gonna lie. I be wanting to go to sleep. Man, I just be wanting to chill. I'm very low key, very low key. My magneto is what drives me, not my actual energy. Hey, but then when you get old, got time, a lot of money, and barely any energy. See, where I'm trying to be at as a man, even now, it's more so this idea of having a lot of time, money, you know what I'm saying? Money, you want to make the money. You don't want the money to make you. So you definitely want energy though. So basically to me, time all the way up. Money, that could be halfway. Energy all the way up. That's where you want to be as an adult. So that as you get older, everything starts to kind of equal out. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be old with all this time on your hands and you just sitting there like, yo, I let all my life go by. But this society tries to run you a certain way. And especially a lot of these females that aren't women, they're just like this society. Need I say any more? Let's see what y'all been saying. You said, cool gent. They call a dude an educated lame, but they stay bragging about their degrees. Yep, they do. Yeah, the irony. That's it. That was the word I was also looking for, cool gent. The irony. Yes. You said Ice Turner. They choose males that they can control within the parameters of emotional worldview, noting that actually challenges her to nothing that actually challenges her to regenerate into an adult woman with a healthy state of mind and emotions. Facts. You also said Ice. Stability and happiness is boring to females, but they'll pursue it like a feather in a windstorm. And yeah, of course, at my channel, y'all know I do the female woman logic, but check out Ice Turner. He's added more to what I've been doing at my channel. This idea of a female, because it's really, that's the nature of a female that's not a woman. She's like a flea male. And notice this idea of a flea male is pretty gender neutral. A male can be a flea male and a female can be a flea male. It's all the same. Flea male. It's the same. It's pretty much the same. But yeah, here's another one for y'all. Another one. We rejected men who were going to make us wives for guys who made us single mothers. Men are not trash, but our taste for men is trash. Dear men, we are sorry. Or you got to go to the shower, Brown Do Life? Okay. All right, fam. I'll be here. Look at this. I want y'all to see this. I'm just telling y'all, this is where the game has evolved to. There's no love in anything I've been showing y'all. I just want y'all to see what's out here. Y'all don't take my word for it. Y'all don't think it's my opinion. Y'all see my assessments. Y'all see it here right on the screen before you. I told y'all this was going to be a different live stream. If you've checked out the previous ones I've done up to this point, especially the previous live stream about game versus love. I was going to do this little presentation for y'all, and I'm still dropping gems for y'all. This is interesting, but I want y'all to see this, because the game didn't work for this particular female, this flea male. The game, the rejected. Why did you reject men who were going to make you a wife? Who was going to make you a wife? Why did you reject him? You know, why did you reject him? For guys. See, she said for guys who made a single mother. So she didn't even acknowledge those guys as men. Of course they weren't. Because the men actually, you know, it's not sexy to be a real man. It is what it is. It's not sexy to be a real man. A real man is actually practical, you know, but a male, the Game Boy, that's sexy to them. You know, what a real man represents to a real woman is someone that's, I would say, on this idea of being handsome, not necessarily sexy, handsome. It ain't sexy to be a real man. You're gonna be a little bit dirty. You're gonna have some scars. You ain't gonna always have your shit together, you know? You're gonna be a little bit more straightforward with things. You ain't gonna always be funny or a goofball. You're gonna be a little bit too serious at times, or serious most of the times. It's not sexy to be a real man. But nevertheless, like she said, men are not trash, but our taste for men is trash. But baby, I'd say this to you, sweetie. You never tasted a real man before. You said, dear man, we are sorry, but baby, it ain't enough to say you're sorry. You got to be apologetic. You can't just apologize. You got to be apologetic. First of all, you got to taste what a real man is like. If a real man is still deal with you, given that now you're a single mother, you know? And if you're around a real man, because you want to know what it means to be a real woman towards a real man, you got to come across a different way towards a real man who doesn't even have to deal with you in the first place, given that you've rejected real men once before. Hey, what's good, Venom? What's good, fam? You said it's not beneficial to them in their agenda for control. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, being a real man is not sexy. It ain't. Anybody that tells y'all anything different, they don't know what they talking about. Being a real man ain't sexy. And I said this for one of my previous live streams. I used this as a thumbnail. But speaking on apology, since she said, we're sorry, the best apology is changed behavior. Got to change your behavior, baby. If you're really sorry, you're going to have to change your behavior. Okay? You're going to have to change your behavior. You want to be quality in a man's life, it starts with your behavior. Got to change your behavior. We haven't even gotten to everything else. We're just talking about changing your behavior. We're just talking about that. We're trying to keep things warm. Hopefully, it's been warm in the kitchen for y'all. It's been warm. I've just been basically giving y'all out a lot of, at this point, not the ingredients, not the, I won't even say I've been giving y'all sort of the recipe, but I've been also giving y'all the nutrition. The nutrition, you know, you look on the back of a milk carton and you see what the milk is consisted of. That's the nutritional aspect. Hopefully what I've been saying to y'all has been very nutritional. You said, cool gent, accountability is everything. That's a good nutrition. There you go. Bingo. Thanks for adding that nutrition, cool gent, to this recipe. Yeah. Accountability. That starts with a change of behavior. Okay. So that's how you know when she comes back into your life, because she's going to run away. She's going to call herself moving on. She's going to reject you and be around a guy that made her a single mother. If she doesn't come back to you with changed behavior, that's when you know that she's not holding herself accountable. And that's when you let her be. And you don't make it easy for her to just come back like that. Yeah, it's good to try to push things aside, squash beef, and forgive her, but you can't forget. So you'll see how much she's willing to love you, despite what she did, despite her calling herself moving on. If she can't accept you not letting it be that easy for her to get back into your life, and she's not still willing to love you through all of that, you know that she hasn't changed her behavior. If she changed her behavior, she should be willing to love you, despite now that you're not making it so easy for her to come back, because she's got to prove that she is apologetic. that she has changed her behavior. And you have to see this over the long term, not the short term, because why? You ain't got no time for her games. You ain't got no time for her games. You don't have no time for her games, because otherwise she's still going to be this way. She's still going to be at the chessboard. She just figured out a way to get back around you. Don't let her get in that position with you, fellas. Don't let her do that. So once again, that's part of the recipe. That's part of the recipe. And of course, just like any cooking show, any cooking channel, ladies and gentlemen are invited. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all are learning. This is unisex. This is for the real women and for the real men, not for the females, whether male or female. This is what this live stream is about. And this is who the live stream is for, the real men and the real women. One more thing I want to show y'all before I really kind of turn up a little bit while I still got some time. By the way, how much time I still got left? 51 minutes. Wow. This live stream was about presentations, indeed. I'm definitely going to come back with the trilogy to this one. One second, y'all. One moment. All right, I'm back. Now, check this out here. That's true too. Venom, skeletal structure of the formula, pretty much. So yeah, whether and that's a drop right there. So I could be also giving y'all a formula as well as a recipe. That's a good one, Venom. Glad you brought that up. But yeah, let's check this out. Because of COVID-19, once again, just like the previous comment that I brought up to y'all before. This was based on COVID-19 when this chick wanted a lame ass boyfriend who just want to work and be on his lady. I want y'all to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? But also this though. This also kind of a COVID-19 type of a quote. We're out here looking at dudes different now. Like, I wonder if he can hunt. Can this guy build a fire? Is he good at hand-to-hand combat? Why now? Why now? And then some chick below this comment here that was on IG, I believe, or TikTok. I don't know which one, Twitter, maybe. Yes, things are low-key being restored. Really? Really? No. But see, there's a lot of these females that aren't women who want to be under a man's covering, even though she's still promiscuous, even though she's still adulterous, even though she's still deep down inside a cheater, even though she's still rebellious. But now they're just wanting to be around a man just to survive. There's a lot of things that men will think differently about you, sweetie, you know, especially in these times. And guess what? One of those things is men do not have time for females like this. Men do not have time for games. So that's basically in a nutshell what I wanted to say before I even get into the majority of this live stream, which right now, with all that I just did, was just a presentation. That's all this live stream was for. That's all this live stream was for. There shall be a trilogy to this live stream, but I'm going to get on with this while I still got some time left, and we'll kind of chop it up a little bit more with y'all, because there's definitely more that I want to say. There's definitely more I want to say that I got to say. Yeah, but we back, y'all. We back up in the building, you know. Give me a 1, by the way, if y'all presentation. The first time I just wanted to do a little presentation, but yeah, I ain't done yet. Hopefully y'all got enough popcorn, nachos, hot dog, and soda. You know, we still got a few minutes left, and we still gonna chop it up a little bit. I might go slightly over an hour here, you know, just slightly over an hour. Yeah, we still got more we got to say. You said top. Ray, do you pay for StreamYard? No, you don't pay for StreamYard. Now, there are different levels to StreamYard, but the entry level StreamYard is free. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get the entry level StreamYard for free. Oh, I appreciate that, cool gent. I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. Yeah, so let's go in and we're gonna chop it up some more for y'all. Let's talk some more. Because like I said, we just, you know, I just want to talk to y'all for a little bit while I still got some time here. You know, we got a lot to say. We got a lot to say. You know, because I really wanted to talk about this game versus love. I really did. I think it's important, especially now when you think like you still got to like have some game. You know, you got to have game. Now, when you have these dudes, and you've heard this statement before, getting your Mac on, that's not what folk be really meaning. Like, folk don't understand what it means to really get your Mac on. And I'm going to do a video about that. But spitting game and getting your Mac on are two different things. I just want y'all to know that. You said top. Yeah, I got basic. You got to show me how to share the screen like you do. Oh, yeah, I got you, man. Oh, you want to show me like right now? Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what? I got you, fam. I got you. Yeah, we definitely we're gonna talk about that in the back chat. I got you, fam. But yeah, you know, in this world, y'all, I mean, overall, when you think about in this world, about these games, you know, hopefully y'all warm in the kitchen, by the way. We've been cooking. Or if you're around Venom, you know, you're not in the kitchen, you up in the lab. So you're not making a recipe, you making a formula. Venom working on some anti-venom up in the lab. I'm in the kitchen, but he in the lab. Yeah. But yeah, in this world, it's about no feelings. It really is. You can't have feelings if you want to be in this world. With these games, you got to play with your head, not your heart. Now, some can say there's a gray area. You sometimes got to play with your head and not with your heart. But see, that's the thing. I don't play with my heart either. We say that all the time, right? When you run into someone, don't play with my heart. Well, I'm the same way. I don't play with my heart, nor do I play with my head. You know, I don't use my head and heart for play. That's not for play. You know? But see, overall, it's like when you think about it, just keep the word game in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep the word game in mind. I want y'all to think about that between now and the trilogy to this live stream. But see, to me, a lot of people be trying to say that life is a game. I don't think life is the game. Game has been put into life. But see, with life, you need tools. With game, you need tactics. Yes, with game, you need the tactics. I can't even say the word all the way right? You need to have some tactics. You need to be tactful. You know what I'm saying? With game, you need to have a lot of tactics. And with life, you need tools. So that's the difference. I'm all about them tools. But the funny thing is, as you maneuver, you need to be mindful of others' tactics. Y'all gonna be messing with me by the given the way I be trying to say that word. But you definitely got to be tactful and watch how someone actually, you just have to be mindful of how someone is being tactful with you. That's what you have to do. You know, because Neo, he actually responded to the way Mr. Smith was being tactful with him. You know, yeah, I appreciate that, cool gent. Yeah, that's what it is with the game. That's what it is. See, when you're not about the game and you're moving through the game, you actually don't need to be tactful like that. You just need to move through. You just need to know how to respond or be aware of when someone is being that way, and you move accordingly. That's what Neo basically did when he ran into Mr. Smith. And that's what you have to do, pretty much. But yeah, to me, the game changes all the time. And there's no guarantee of sincerity. Nevertheless, avoid one's finesse, or just believe in Isaiah chapter 54, verse 17, which is, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. That is the scripture. You avoid all the finesse games. You avoid all the game. You don't really try to play the game. The game changes all the time. The rules of the game, the rules of the engagement. See, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. All of that. So see, a lot of guys are still trying to do a lot of things that are so awkward out here. Now to me, the game overall is the dating game and this artificial society, aka the Matrix, all in one. Of course, the dating game is just a sub matrix. It is. Now, overall, to me, the definition of a date, it's just being like, you have a good time with someone that you like. That's the definition of a date to me. So why have a good time with someone you don't like? Why have a good time with someone you don't know? Why have a good time with someone that plays games with you? Do I need to say that again? Why have a date? Why have a good time with someone you don't like? Why have a good time with someone you don't know? Why have a good time with someone that's playing games with you? But see, the same person you don't like, you don't know, who's playing games on you, expects you to take them out on a date. That's what's going on. It's not that guys don't want to date. It's just that guys don't want to have a good time with someone they don't know. They don't want to have a good time with someone they don't know, they don't like, and someone that's playing games. That's what it is. I don't mind being a gentleman to a lady. I don't mind that. Matter of fact, I want to be a gentleman to a lady, but only when she's been a lady. Only when she's shown me how much of a lady she is over time. Okay? That's not something a man does with everybody. He only does that with a real woman. That's what he does. What my time looking like, by the way? Let's see. Okay, a little bit over an hour and 2 minutes. This definitely, a lot of this going to be saved for the trilogy. And I'll probably set that up in here in a few days, given the date of this live stream. Let's see. But yeah, just was cooking up something for y'all. That's all I was doing here. But yeah, a lot of guys still be trying to find love in the wrong places. Let her choose you. That's what you do, fellas. Let her choose you. Now, when you find her, like I said, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. Finding don't necessarily means you go out looking for her. Finding her means that you run into her. And the way I like to say it, you run into her and then she chooses you. And you'll know when she chooses you. Because she doesn't leave. And she always has something good to say to you. She always has good things she can impart to you. She always wants to be there with you. She wants to be with you. She likes you a lot. She's just a good energy. She's a good vibe. That's how you know when she chose you. A chick that ain't chose you, she gonna try to expose you. She gonna try to not be there with you. Hey, a chick that never chose you, she gonna try to expose you. And she's going to oppose you. She's going to be in opposition. When a real woman is around and she chooses you, she's not going to be in opposition like that. She might have a misunderstanding, just being realistic about things. I'm not trying to speak from the standpoint of a utopia. There may be some slight misunderstandings, but overall, she don't want that. She wants reconciliation. She wants to always reconcile. See, that's what you want with the feminine gender, fellas. You don't want a chick that's talking about compromise. No, baby. We don't do compromise, but we can reconcile. There's a difference between reconciliation and compromise. There's a difference between the two. Because when you reconcile, you just basically come to terms, you know what I'm saying? You're coming to an agreement, You know what I'm saying? It's like we might not always see eye to eye, but we on the same page. Whereas with a compromise, you might have to tear that page out, brother. Just to keep her around. She don't like that page you own. You're gonna have to probably tear that page out the book. That's how she's looking at you. But yeah, let her choose you. That's how it's supposed to be. But you got a lot of guys still trying to find love in the wrong places. First of all, you shouldn't be trying to look for it, and let alone be in the wrong place. You know. But see, this is also another thing when you think of the wrong place. This also means that a lot of guys are still trying to find love with a lot of females who aren't women, who are in the wrong place in their mind. Not just in the wrong place, aka location, but she's in the wrong place in her mind, wrong place in her spirit. Or they trying to find love with females who are in the wrong place with other individuals without that guy even knowing about it. So she's got other things going on she ain't even telling you about. That's why she's not right with you. She's not in sync with you because she's in sync with others. That takes it to another level, because we could get on this whole talk of what Wi-Fi really means. One definition of Wi-Fi is wireless fidelity. I'll be talking about Wi-Fi next year. I got y'all. Y'all gonna like what I got to say about Wi-Fi. I'm just giving y'all a heads up, given the date of this live stream. There's definitely a lot more in store. But yeah, side note. Here's a side note. Fellas, it's not your job to get a female in the right place. A woman versus a female will, or she is willing to be in the right place, which ultimately means she'll be in the right place with you. She'll be right with you, or she'll want to be right with you. She'll be right standing with you, or she'll want to be right standing with you. And she'll be right for you. See that? She must take in the bitter in with the sweet. Yeah, she's definitely that type. She's that type that will take the bitter with the sweet. You know? She's that type. Because these females that aren't women, they ain't trying to take the bitter with the sweet. They not. They're not trying to take the bitter with the sweet at all. You know? And that's sad. It's sad because life ain't perfect. Real life. But see, with this game, it's got to be perfect. Perfect game. The perfect way. So you can win the game. You got to be perfect. Notice how you got to have, you like when you playing a game, you got to have the perfect cheat code. You got to have the perfect setup on whatever level of the game you're playing, whether it's amateur, novice, or expert, depending on the settings of the game. Ooh, did I just say that? But you got to have it to where you can win that game. That perfect setup. See what I just said? That perfect setup and the cheat code. That's how you win that game. So it's got to be perfect. But see, life ain't like that. And see, love ain't like that. That's why it's love versus game. Love ain't perfect, but love is worth it. You got to have the bitter with the sweet with love. See, to me, like I said earlier, love does not give up on the other person. See, I know some days I ain't going to always be happy with you, sweetie. I might be disappointed with you, but that doesn't mean I don't love you. And see, vice versa with you. Real love is an action. To me, real love never dies. But see, when you got all these games, you're going to have folk who are always trying to find a way out the situation. If you don't do this, then I'm going to do that. Or if you do this, then I'm not going to do that. Or if you don't do this, y'all get where I'm coming from. But that's part of the game. You have to think about all these different moves you're going to make based on the moves another person makes or doesn't make. Or you're thinking about the move you're not going to make based on what the person does or doesn't do. This game, you know, when you flowing, that's love, because you're not thinking about all the games. You just flowing. And so to me, this is easy to recognize when someone is bringing games to you, because you flowing. Your love didn't require extra steps or your love didn't require extra steps or extra moves. But when you flowing and you see someone's trying to have these extra steps or extra moves, that's when you know, oh, this game. So for example, the way you talk to someone, but they get inconsistent. They stop talking. Okay, they did a move on you. They did a little extra step. There you go. Or you get around a person They change up with their behavior or they get worse. That was an extra step they did. Boom. You flow the other way because you see they ain't flowing with you no more. We was flowing at first. We was vibing at first. The magnetism was strong at first, but then it got weak. It got weak. So you just pull away. So you pull that magnet away. You don't attract her around you no more. You saw that she came around you, but she didn't choose you. So you realize she wasn't a real woman. She was a typical female. She just came around because when you're a certain man, your magnetism is strong. So you're going to get the females and the women coming around you. Or as I said, you're going to get the females coming around you too. But you're going to know who's going to be around and who's not. So guess what? A real woman sticks to you because she's a real magnet. She's truly magnetized to you. The typical females, they're not going to what? Stick to you. What? They're not going to stick with you. But I think I'm going to wrap it up from here. We are definitely going to do a trilogy to this one. We still got more we want to talk about. I'm just scratching the surface. I think I just did a little prep cook. That's all I did. Kind of put the pizza or the pie in the oven. Kind of preheated the oven. That's all I did for now. That's all I did. But definitely a trilogy on the way. Probably in just I'll probably set this one up right away. Because, yeah, I definitely wasn't done. But, yeah, sometimes when you cooking, you got to kind of, you know, some of the meals when you cook them, you definitely got to sit back and let it cook itself. And so that's what this sequel of Game versus Love is. It's one of those slow cooked meals like them crock pots or them briskets. You put it up and you just let it cook. So hopefully that's what it's being done. Even for those listening to this on the replay, you see that slow cook. You see that it's doing its own thing. And maybe I haven't even started cooking. Maybe this was just the marinade. Hopefully this live made sense to some. Maybe this live did not make sense to others. But to the others that this live made sense to, feel free to hit that like button, especially those on the replay. And hopefully this doesn't sound too bad on the replay. I know there was some audio issues earlier. Hopefully the audio issue isn't that bad, you know. But I really wanted to do this presentation with y'all for this live stream, given the time and the date scheduled for this live. And I guess I could have been around better internet connection. I'm currently using a hotspot right now. So that's kind of what that was. There could be a slight glitch with the hotspot, but it's just the area that I'm in. I'm by the airport, you know, but nevertheless, I see what you said, Charlotte Swan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that you like my presentation. But if this is the first time for anyone here at my channel, when you like my content, just know that there's definitely more in store. So feel free to subscribe to this channel. Feel free, y'all, to still talk in the chat if y'all got any questions, you know, got any feedback. Feel free to still chop it up with me. But make sure that you share this live as well as my other content. Go in my playlists. You'll see different playlists that I've made. And if you want to reach me, go on my about section. You'll see my email. And then also, if you want to tip yours truly, that's also in the about section. I also have other channels besides this one in the about section that you can subscribe to. And make sure, if you haven't yet, whether you're subscribed to this channel or not, make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you get all of my uploads in real time. And I think with this particular live stream, I'll try to make sure in the comment section below, I put the initial live stream up, basically part 1. This is part 2. And part 3, aka the trilogy, is on the way. And with that said, in regards to things on the way, no matter what it looks like out there, it's only going to get better from here. So good things are on the way, despite what it looks like out there in this world. And one day you're going to hear my voice say that I told you so. And until next time, in regards to when I put up this trilogy very soon, probably by tomorrow or in a few days. Until next time, signing out. Thanks for stopping by and stay tuned.